Hello everybody, Edward here. I wanted to give a full end-to-end demo of the Astound Digital System Prompt integration. So I'm really looking forward to demoing this in real time. As you can see, what we have, and this is the end user point of view, is we have a Windows program. Basically, the user will load like this. So this can be downloaded or delivered via mobile managed device. So basically, you can push this as the company to every user's computer, or you can ask them to download. They'll be presented with this Windows or Mac app. Click sign in. That'll take them to system prompt, where they just have to associate their user. They'll go back to the app, and as you can see, they're in. I don't want to get too technical here, but basically what we have here is all of the marketplaces that have come through from system prompt. As you can see, is automatically syncing. And the important thing here is that I can show you, for example, all of this AI flows are managed by us. So as you can see, I'm going to demonstrate today is the Cowork setup and some pipeline skills. So this means that me as the user, I click one button, I'm linked to system prompt, and system prompt is now managing all of these skills, and MCP servers are authenticated and running on my system. So what this means is that I can basically now open Claude, and I don't need a Claude account. I don't need an Anthropic subscription. As soon as I open Claude, I go through, and this is the Claude app, and this is now managed by System Prompt. So what that means, if I go to privacy, for example, all of this AI I'm seeing now is run by our own inference, it's run by System Prompt, nothing is leaking. This is all 100% part of the System Prompt ecosystem. And so me as a user, all I have to do now is go through and say Cowork setup. And this is a skill and everything that we've installed on the user computer that's going to go through and basically make all of our AI work. So let's go through and watch as Claude is doing its things. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of technical detail here, but the important thing to know is that basically this is a really optimized flow. So this is a much cheaper way for businesses to do it, because all of this skills I've done have been perfectly optimized and done by experts. If you try and do this stuff on your own, basically you get something worse that's far more expensive. We're adding a lot of value here by generating people's AI. And what I've got now is that Claude's gone through and it's now created all of these links into my Salesforce, which are basically here, and it's loading my live Salesforce data. I go through and use this. This is being used without AI, so this is like set up once, and then I can go through and see all this stuff whenever I need it. We can customize this, manage this, install this for users, do it as we want. What I want to do now, for example, let's have a look at, for example, the pipeline. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I need you to create a new pipeline with demo data and the name live demo. So as you can see, this is now fully integrated into Salesforce. And what the AI is doing now is it's using our MCP server, it's authenticating as my Salesforce user, and then it's going to go through and it's going to create this data straight into Salesforce using the full user permissions, like all of the Salesforce stuff behind, and basically it's going to go through like that. So let's see if we've got the live demo. All of it Globex Inc. So hopefully if I refresh this now, live demo. As you can see, this has come through with Globex Inc. and that was just created on the fly, and it's all being managed with AI. So what we have is all of the complex setup for the AI, all of the Salesforce stuff in the back end, and we have one user interface that can go through and connect here. This is connected by default to System Prompt and Salesforce. We can also add here things like your email and stuff. So I know a lot of users have mentioned how cool would it be. We could set up a daily workflow here, but basically we tell Claude to check the emails every day to update all the pipelines, and that will synchronize perfectly. So this is about having one AI interface that's governed and managed by your business and that works with all your existing infrastructure, but it goes through System Prompt, which of course means that, for example, I can give you a quick demo. If I go to a new task, that was sort of the user point of view. What I can do now is, because I am an admin, I can ask for an admin activity report, and I'm in the same place. And because this is all synced to system prompt as well, this is going to the system prompt MCP server, and I can now get basically a look at all of the activity. All of that stuff that I've just done is now available in the same place as an admin. So it can tell me basically, I can report on what's happening and who's doing what as an admin. I can work with my Salesforce data. This is basically a single place where we can bring together AI, all of our data sources, and we can work as an admin, we can work as a user, and this basically user facing endpoint is a meld of infrastructure, data, AI, and as you can see, it works pretty flawlessly out of the box. As of today, I don't think anyone else has achieved this. Lots of people work with Cowork, lots of people do it in different ways, and it can be quite fiddly and flaky. What we're doing here is we provided the infrastructure so that we can deliver expertly managed and optimized AI with a permissioned infrastructure and a governed system directed to users. So this is basically the system prompt Astound setup.